What is it? Ready?
Hi everyone, it is Saturday. I am starting this week's new vlog. I just finished filming and for several hours, so I'm tired. I'm gonna eat, and I think I'm just kind of relax. I finished the upside down. I finished the Afterlife of Holly Chase by Cynthia Hand. I loved it. It was fun. It was like very festive, and I learned a lot about the characters, and they grew a lot, which, it's not a super long book, so I was actually quite impressed with that, and there were no major flaws, so I think I'm giving it a 4.5, if not 5 stars. Next, now that I'm done that audiobook, I'm going to be picking up the audiobook for Born Wicked by Jessica Spotswood. I've never actually read anything by her as a writer. She's always an editor in the stuff that I've read, so I'm really excited to see that. And I am about 30 pages in or so of Before She Ignites. I think I'm going to try and read a little bit more of that today. Like I said, I'm just going to kind of relax. It's been like a busy week, an exhausting week, and yeah. I just finished filming, like I said, so now I have like a bunch of books that I need to like put back on the shelves. And as I was like filming and trying to pull books off, I realized that like the way that my shelves are set up right now doesn't totally work for me. I mean, I have the rainbow shelves and they're pretty, but whenever I look for a book, I can never remember what the spine looks like. I always just remember what the front is, or I start looking for the author. So I think I'm going to change it out and keep it so that my series are separate from my standalones and change it to be author alphabetized, I think, by their last name. I think that's what I'm going to do. So I think I'm going to start doing that after I eat, and then I'm going to watch some Food Network, and then before I go to bed, I will pick up Before She Ignites, and yeah. So I am just checking in. I originally was going to watch some TV and do some editing, and then as I was doing my editing, I noticed a bunch of the videos that I filmed were out of sync, the audio with the video, and they were on the same track on the system that I was working with. So I couldn't really find a way to change that, so I just had to refilm all of the videos I did today. Oh, there you can see my love of Elise Kova. So now it is like almost 10 o'clock, or definitely, yeah, like 9:45, so I am going to have to cook dinner now, I guess. And then I think I'm going to tackle my bookshelves, since like I already have the books out, so you can kind of see. I think, like I said, I'm going to keep it so that my series are going to be here, and I think I'm just going to organize them alphabetically based on what the author's name is, and then the series within. And then my bookshelf back there is going to stay my standalones, and I think I'm going to change that one to alphabetically as well. I think it'll look not as pretty, but it'll look pretty. Hey, what's up, you guys? It is Sunday afternoon already. I was up super late editing, so I didn't really get anything done, and I just finally woke up. So I had to refilm a couple things because of how they turned out, and I really didn't like it, so that was what I was doing most of my time. I am almost done Born Wicked, actually, by Jessica Spotswood. It's interesting so far. It comes off more middle-grade-y YA right now, but I'm enjoying it so far. I am definitely going to read at least up to page 100 of Before She Ignites tonight. And I have definitely not tackled my bookshelf yet. You can see I kind of like just started giving up, but yeah, I mean. So that is another thing I want to get done today, which I think I can do. Can just put I just put the audiobook for Born Wicked on and get through it. But before that, I am going to be Skyping someone and letting my dogs chill out. They've been really patient with me all day. Hey? But yeah, that is my Sunday, and tomorrow is Monday, but because Saturday was Remembrance Day, I have an extra day off, so it's a long weekend, so hopefully I can get some actual reading done on Monday. It is Sunday night. I'm just about to eat dinner, but I've actually had like a really successful afternoon, which I was really happy with because I didn't feel like I got a lot done today. So I just finished the audiobook for Born Wicked by Jessica Spotswood, and I'm going to talk more about it in my weekly wrap-up, but I really liked it. And I actually have gotten to page 100 of Before She Ignites already, so I think I'm going to try and shoot to have dinner. I'm watching some Cooking Network or the Food Network, because I am apparently addicted to that. And Then I think I'm going to try and read another 100 pages of Before She Ignites. And I was super successful. I finally got my bookshelves all in order, and I'm actually really happy with them. And my librarian brain likes this a whole lot more than I did the rainbow shelves. So I ended up originally being like, oh, I'm going to have one for the series and one for the standalones, and I've always done that. But I found that even when I'm looking for books, especially for videos and that kind of stuff, I'm always just looking for the author still. So it didn't make sense to separate them for me. So I've changed it so I've got, all of Renee Addier's stuff there, and I've just mixed the series and the standalones in together, so it's alphabetized across the top here, and then down, 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 and then I transferred over to my other bookshelf over here now. So it's almost full. I think I'm going to have to find a way to get another Billy bookcase or something like that, but I'm much more happy with this, and I feel like there's not as much size changing all over the place as there was with the rainbows, just because series, for the most part, I have them basically all in the same formats, so they're pretty consistent with that. So, that is my Sunday. Hey everyone, it is Monday morning, and I am making breakfast, and then I have a professional trainer session at the gym, but just kind of an update on my reading. I wanted to get to page 200 of Before She Ignites. I ended up getting far beyond that and going to page 240, or 250, sorry. So I'm going to see if I can maybe finish it later today. That's still like half of the book I have to do, but it's gotten really good. And I finished the audiobook for Born Wicked yesterday. So this morning I am starting the audiobook for Stalking Jack the Ripper. As I've said in my video before, that I've already read this book this year and I enjoyed it, but I didn't really read it out of want. I just read it out of, I need to get this book read. So I want to give it another go and see how I feel about it. And it is the book of the month for the Life and Lit group, so that helped as well. And then if I do enjoy it, which I think I will, I'm going to immediately pick up Hunting Prince Dracula on audiobook and follow along. I feel like I'm already remembering more of Stalking Jack the Ripper and enjoying it more, and I like Audrey Rose. She's so futuristic, I guess, in the book. So I'm really, really excited to keep going, and hopefully I can finish Before She Ignites. Hey everyone, just checking in a little bit. It is Monday afternoon and I got back from the gym and it was a really good session. I mean, I hated my trainer by the end of it, which I think means it was a good session. And I also was really proud of myself that I was there for my consultation on Friday. And today's Monday, and I just watched a little bit more of what I was eating and kind of went through my fridge and pulled out things that I knew just shouldn't be there anymore. And I dropped from 281 to 277. So I'm really excited with that, and it's a bit of like a thing in the right direction to kind of keep me going. And the last thing, I am just eating some lunch. Well, it's probably closer to almost dinner now, but I am having some lunch. I did my laundry, I did the dishes, which I'm impressed with myself, all this adulting. And then I'm about a third of the way into the audiobook for Stalking Jack the Ripper. I'm liking it so much more than I did the first time around, so I am really happy I repicked it up. And then next, I think I'm going to pick up the audiobook for Hunting Prince Dracula and try to get Before She Ignites done today. If not, I'm not going to rush through it, but I am enjoying the book, and I will pick up Library of Fates whenever I finish this one. I live in Canada, so I mean, like, Thanksgiving's over, and I mean, now Remembrance Day is done, so yeah, I have a mini tree, but nonetheless, I feel like now everything else is kind of done, and it's like the holiday season now, so I did my nails up and everything. And I just a few minutes ago finished Stalking Jack the Ripper by Kerri Maniscalco, I think is how you say it. I'm really happy I gave it another reread, or gave it a reread, because I don't know if I just paid more attention or what, but I feel like I appreciated the characters more, and I really, really want Thomas and Audrey Rose for like something serious to happen with them relationship-wise in Romania. I think that's where the next book is set. And yeah, so that's going to be good. And then I also got a notification from my library that I had books to pick up. So I went there and picked up my hold, The Dreadful Tales of Prosper Redding by Alexandra Bracken. It's her first middle grade book, and I honestly don't know much about it other than there's like, I think a family curse, and it's the main character is named Prosper Redding. I've heard some decent things about it, so I'm going to give it a go. It's middle grade as well as it's not too big, so I think I could read this one again in a day. So I'm thinking maybe next weekend. Yeah, maybe next weekend. Yeah. And then as I was going to the checkout, they had a book display that I think was just focusing on like wintry setting themes. And because, I did Russian history, I found this book, this book caught my eye, called Russian Winter by Daphne Kalotay. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. I just did a really quick skim of the inside jacket, and it's like a woman I think is in New England, and she's selling all her jewelry that she accumulated while she was living in Russia and part of the ballet, and I think it's like her telling her story of the ballet, so switching back and forth between life in New England and then life in Russia. So I'm really, really interested about that. I like when books do that alternative timeline, and I don't know when I'm going to get to it, and it is like a decent sized book, just size-wise. But yeah, so hopefully I'll get to that. I don't know if I'm going to get more than like 50 pages done of Before She Ignites, like by the end of the night. So I'm just shooting to try and get it done by the end of the week now at this point. And tomorrow I'm going to start my audiobook for Hunting Prince Dracula. And then after that, I think I'm going to start working on the audiobook for Snow Like Ashes, because I am doing a group read of it this month. We were all supposed to start it this weekend, but it just didn't happen for any of us, so I don't feel too bad that I'm starting a little late. But, yeah. Hey, what is up, you guys? It is late Tuesday evening. I almost kind of forgot to vlog. It's just been a long day. So I originally was super tired after work and was like, I'm going to go home and read a little bit and then crash at like 8 o'clock and then pass out for the night. And then I checked Facebook, and my public library hosts movie nights, and they normally don't really host movies that I'm interested in. It's a lot of like family movies, which is great, but not things that I want to watch. And then suddenly they hosted Atomic Blonde, so I decided to go, and I got to watch it. I was really excited because I remember seeing the trailer originally, like when it first came out, and being like, man, I want to watch that. And then just didn't get to it when it was here. So I finally got to watch it. While I was at the public library waiting for the event to start, I wandered around a little bit, and I kept myself firm on my new concept of you cannot bring any more random titles home that aren't already on your TBR, because then you're not ever going to get your TBR to go down. So I feel like that's a lost cause anyways, but nonetheless. I found a couple audiobooks, actually, that I'm really excited now. So I found the audiobook for Elias Hook by Lisa Jensen. I have the physical copy of it, so this will help me kind of follow along, and when I have to physically walk away, I can keep listening to the audio, hopefully. So I'm really, really excited about that. I also found the audiobook for The Magicians by Lev Grossman. This is another one where I've had lots of people say they either love it or hate it. My friend Muriel loves it, so I'm going to try and read it, because again, I already own the physical copy for like almost a year, just haven't gotten to it yet. So hopefully if I read it and like it, I can continue the series or bail on it or figure out if I want to watch the TV show and whatever. I also found 2 more Tamora Pierce books on audiobook. So I picked up, this is the second one of the Song of the Lioness, I think it is, and the third Song of the Lioness book. I think one of my 2018 goals is going to be to read at least 1 Tamora Pierce book a month, if not 2. And then it'll let me kind of catch up, and then I can buy Tempest of the Slaughter without feeling guilty about spending money on a book that I don't know if I like the author when they've published like 20 other books. So that is good. I am also almost halfway through the audiobook for Hunting Prince Dracula by Kerri Maniscalco, and I'm really enjoying that so far. And I didn't think I was going to be able to do it. Actually, I feel like I was super productive this afternoon after I got back or this evening after the movie. I came home, took a bath, and then powered through 75 pages of this book in like 30 minutes or something like that. It's really, really good. So I think there's only about 120, 50-ish pages or so left. So I might be able to actually finish it tomorrow. So I'm going to go to work tomorrow, then go to yoga, and then come home and relax and I think read the book and finish it. So, yeah. that is my Tuesday events, and hopefully my Wednesday plan. We'll see what happens. Hey everyone, it is, I think technically it's actually Thursday, Thursday now, but it's my Wednesday vlog. I went to yoga and came home and made some dinner and everything, and then noticed how late it was. And but while I was making dinner, I finished the audiobook for Hunting Prince Dracula by Kerri Maniscalco. So I'm all caught up on that series, and then whenever the third book comes out, I don't even know if there's a date or a title or a summary yet, I'll be picking that one up. And then I just, 20 seconds ago, finished Before She Ignites by Jodi Meadows. It wasn't exactly what I was expecting. I'll talk more about it in my wrap-up video, but I'm glad I read it, and I'm excited for whatever comes next in that trilogy, I think it's going to be. Not totally sure. And I think next I'm going to be picking up the physical book, The Library of Fates. And then audiobook-wise, I'm not totally sure. I don't know. Maybe I'll just see what I'm in the mood for tomorrow. I think I have to look at my November TBR Excel spreadsheet too and see what I have actually accomplished, because I haven't looked at it in about a week. So I have to kind of catch up on that. And then, yeah, maybe I'll start Otherworld by Jason Segel. I know I have that on there somewhere. So maybe I'll give that one a go. Well, we'll see tomorrow. Hey everyone, it is Thursday night. I'm about to pass out, and this will be pretty quick because I didn't get too much reading done. I went to work, came home, grabbed a bite to eat, then went to the gym and I had my professional training session, and then I went and ate tacos, because what else do you do after working out and sweating all that? You eat tacos and reverse everything. And I mean, my arms are, I literally have to prop the camera up right now because I'm not able to, hold anything up really for a long period of time. So yeah, I haven't picked up a physical book yet, but tomorrow, because it's Friday, I'm so excited. I am going to start The Library of Fates by Aditi Khurana finally. I have been waiting for actually I bought this book when I went back home to Toronto area in August. So I was I'm going to read it this month. I'm going to read it this month. I'm going to read it this month. So now, there's no more putting it off. I need to read it. And then after that, I think, and then after that, because it is the weekend, I think I might go on to The Dark Intercept by Julia Keller, which I picked up a week or two ago. I don't know. This one's just catching my eye ever since I picked it up. So I don't know. I just really want to read it. Maybe I'll read one chapter from Library of Fates and one from this tomorrow. Who knows? We'll see. I have, however, gotten a couple chapters in on the audiobook for Forest of a Thousand Lanterns by Julia C. Dow, I think is how you say it. So far, it's alright. I think I'm only about page 75, so not too far in to really make any big judgments. It's just written in a different tense and with very different tone and pace than from the previous two books of Hunting Prince Dracula and Before She Ignites was. So, sorry, my arms are just dead. Than Hunting Prince Dracula and Before She Ignites was. So I'm just kind of transitioning now, and I like the setting so far. It seems kind of cool, so I'm going to keep going, and I'll definitely be done it by the weekend. Ideal goal, I would like to be done it by Saturday night. We'll see, but yeah. So that is my Thursday. Hi everyone, it is Friday. I hope you had a wonderful week. I had a pretty good week myself. It was a short week, but always because Monday was technically a holiday for me, but I always feel those 4-day weeks end up feeling longer, double the length than a regular 5-day work week. I don't know if that's normal or I don't know. I just wish we always had 4-day weeks. So this morning I got a little bit more in, so I'm about a third of the way into Forest of a Thousand Lanterns by Julie C. Dow. So far, it's alright. I'm not in love with it, but so far, so good. And I'm going to try and finish this tomorrow. It's a pretty decently long, audiobook as well. So the most ambitious timeline is by noon tomorrow, but I don't know if I'll get that. So I'm just shooting for Saturday evening at best. Tonight, right before bed, I'm going to try and get about 100 pages in on The Library of Fates by Aditi Khurana. I'm so excited to start this book. I also went to the library after work. I'm so excited. I finally got these books. I placed a hold on these books as soon as they went into our library catalog as on order. So it finally showed up now. So my copy of Nevermoor, the Trials of the Morrigan Crow by Jessica Townsend. I honestly don't really know anything about this book. The Dewey Divas hyped this in a webinar that I was at for work, and just the cover really, really intrigued me. It's a middle grade as well, and I've been really digging middle grades recently, so I'm really, really excited to give this one a go. And the text is pretty big, so I think I'm going to try and maybe read this one next week, because I think I'll actually be able to do it. Or, actually, I might read the summary and go through some reviews and see if it fits into... Yeah, so the Life and Lit group is doing like a Yule Ball thing. They announced it today. And one of the things for the Yule Gala event thing that they're doing in the group is they're going to be doing a bingo. So they released a bingo sheet. So I'm going to go see if this qualifies for it. Middle grades normally have like lovable sidekicks or something like that. So maybe I'll find something in there. I'm so excited, picked up the physical copy of Otherworld by Jason Segel and Kirsten Miller. I'm so excited to read this. I also have the audiobook, so I'm going to be following along. My plan is to finish Forest of a Thousand Lanterns on audiobook and then pick up Snow Like Ashes, or maybe just pick up the Otherworld. If not, I'll read them both at the same time. Snow Like Ashes, I'm group reading with people. I don't have to be done it till next Sunday, so maybe I'll finish Otherworld first because it is a little bit shorter, and then do Snow Like Ashes. The most wonderfulest news today happened in my inbox when I saw this had gotten delivered. It wasn't due to get delivered until Monday, and nothing ever gets delivered to me. I'm so far north. Things barely, very rarely, to be honest, even get here in the anticipated date. This box got all the way to me within, literally, it got picked up and left Mississauga on Monday. So I'm, super impressed with you, Canada Post. So let me just open it. So, I'm so excited. I'm a big fan of, Shakespeare retellings in general, but I did my degree in history, but I was originally, debating doing, a history English mix, and I had some not great English teacher in first year, and that changed my mind, but I ended up making sure to take an English course, once every semester or so, I think, until fourth year when I just didn't have the schedule availability, and I always managed to take a course that had a Shakespeare book in it. I honestly I guess I'm one of those weird people that really, really enjoys Shakespeare. My school had us read Romeo and Juliet in grade 9, then Macbeth in 10, 11 was Hamlet, and grade 12 was King Lear. I have had to read King Lear at least 6 times for school. My favorite is probably Taming of the Shrew or Much Ado About Nothing. I just find those fun. They're immensely funny, and I remember those lectures and seminars talking about them to be really enjoyable. So I'm really, really excited. So when I found this, my heart kind of stopped. Speak Easy, Speak Love by McKelle George. It's supposed to be, it's blurbed by Mackenzie Lee. I didn't know that. I'm even more excited. It's thicker than I thought it would be, too. So it is a Much Ado About Nothing retelling with a 1920s twist. So I love the 20s, the whole flapper kind of stuff. And I think that's the 20s era. I'm just so excited about this book. I am definitely going to try and fit it into, once again, I'm going to look at the Yule Ball bingo and see if it fits in on any of them. I also picked up the second book of the Veronica Speedwell series. I own the first book, and I actually haven't read it quite yet, but I just hear such positive things, and the people that always end up liking it are the same people who like the same books that I do, especially in historical fiction. I know it's supposed to have a strong female. I know that the third book is coming out in January, I think, and I'm on a historical fiction binge right now. They're not super big, so I'm going to probably read this one in late December, if not January, because based on the size of them, I think I could probably read them in a day if I had the time. And I have 2.5, 3 weeks off from work in December, so I think I'm going to be able to get to it. I'm really, really excited for them. And I love the theme, the design on these covers. The first one is pretty similar. Let me see if I can find it, actually. Haha! I found it! So this is what the first one looks like, A Curious Beginning. And then there is this one here, A Perilous Undertaking? Yeah, A Perilous Undertaking. So I'm really excited about that. The third one is has a yellowy cover, but again, it's got the same theme color design, so I'm really, really excited for that. And this last book, when I found out that it existed and I did not know about it before it was released, I was offended. Just on a million different levels. I mean, look at my channel name. So when I was at the bookstore the other week, I found this. The 25th anniversary of Dragonfly and Ember. I did not know they released it, didn't see any blurbs for it, didn't see anyone mention it, didn't see any promos for it. So I'm offended on everyone in the book industry, and no one told me about this, and I'm so but whatever, I have it now, and it's quite expensive in Canada. It was almost $50, but it's got the cushiony cover the way that the 20th, the anniversary edition for the first book does. I'm really curious if they're going to keep doing it for all of the books, because she's still writing books, so I could technically be like 60, almost like retirement age, and I'm going to still be picking these up. So I'm kind of actually excited about that idea. But so this is going to be going on my shelf with my Outlander collection. And actually, maybe I'll show you what my Outlander collection is, because it's gotten a little bit out of hand, but I regret nothing. So the rest of my evening, I have to edit this video because I just haven't had the time yet. And I'm going to be eating pizza because nothing else tells your trainer that you take him seriously than eating tacos one night and then pizza the next night. What is wrong with me? Whatever, I ordered a Caesar salad. That makes that healthy, right? Either way, I hope you all had a wonderful week. Let me know what you picked up or read, and I will see you guys on Sunday with my review for the books that I have read this week.
Can you say bye? Say bye.